I'm here with Tim Dahl, who got 4th place at the Pittsburgh Regional, playing Peter Snake Eye. You have any shout-outs?
Yeah, shout-outs to the Priority Phase group chat. They were all at the Regional, and it was a good-ass time. Yeah, I think this deck's pretty good. I think the only issue with it is, like, for Regionals, like, you play against too much Rogue for this deck to be, like, the best deck in the room. Like, I think out of YCS, though, this deck is definitely the best deck for sure. So I'll get into it.
Cool.
Start off the standard stuff. Not really much to explain about these because basically they always come up, except for maybe this one sometimes. But I think you have to play this because like there's too many like hands where like if you draw this plus Diabell Star or a way to it, like you just want to do this because like that combo is absolutely insane. And then 3 Diabell Star, it's mandatory in this deck because if you don't have 3, your deck is just like worse by far. And then obvious engine requirements: 3 Bonfire. It's an extender and it's a starter. The stuff you add off like Poplar and Diabell Star. This card is actually insane because like in the mirror match, this card also counts as a disruption for your opponent too. Like even if like you don't draw well, because you can just take stuff from the spell and trap zone, which helps a lot. So I think these cards are really good. And then obviously 3 Wanted because it's a free draw one. And then the one of probably need to play this card. Like I think the argument for not playing it is like you go neg when you do it, but I think that's just not a valid argument because most of the time if you're starting off with this, it's not like you were playing anyways because normally when you do this you need to play. And then for the worst card in the deck was 3 Pot of Prosperity. Everybody told me not to play this card, and I was like, you guys are dumb. I'm going to play this card, and my pure Snake Eye deck is going to be better than everybody else's, and I was totally wrong. This card is, it just makes you play into draw too much, but, like, the idea of being able to add an extender or a starter was, like, the reason I played it. I think in the future, if I would play this again, it probably wouldn't be at 3. That's like almost a guarantee.
Did you ever play a game because you had Prosperity?
Yeah, there were actually a few times where this let me play the game, so that helped me win at least. So there is like argument for this over like cross on the main, but overall I still think probably not worth it. Like you probably just want more hand traps. But I play a lot, so I don't know. And then speaking of 3 Droll, 3 Veiler, 3 Ash, 2 Ghost Mourner, 3 Nibiru, and 3 Imperm. I'll just go over all of these, I guess. Droll, a lot of people say this card's bad, but I think this card's actually really good. Because even against like the pure Snake Eye deck, like their argument is, like if this is your only hand trap, you lose the game, which that is true. But the likelihood of you drawing another hand trap is pretty high. And then also, there are a lot of hands, I feel like, in the Snake Eye deck where like, if they start with Bonfire and you go Droll, they lose the game automatically. And then, obviously, like, Veiler stuff is good. Ash is broken. Ghost Mourner, only 2 of it. I wasn't really confident in it because I was like, I was trying it at 3, and I just don't think it's, like, that great because it's a once per turn, which is the problem. And, like, if it's a once per turn, I want it to be more impactful. Nibiru, this card is really broken when you draw another hand trap, especially, like, Imperm, Veiler, Ghost Mourner, or something like that. But I think Nibiru was just like okay for me, to be honest. But there were a few games where it won because like I had it plus another hand trap. And then Imperm's also like just the best one in the game. So that's it for the main deck. It was 41. Wish I would have played 40 probably, but it was fine. And then the side deck, or extra deck, Linkuriboh, Phoenix, IP, SP, the Charmers, all of these are mandatory. Basically everything in the extra deck is mandatory except for like a few cards. Princess, Celine, Princess is obviously broken, and then Celine, I summoned this card like 4 or 5 times. I think this card is actually insane, because like, especially when you're like trying to break a board, you can go Celine super easy, because they usually have a fire or a dark in their grave. And this just gets you into free Appa, which I think that's broken, because Appa is just unbelievable. Yeah, and there were a few combos like where I went first and I went Celine, and this card was insane. And then the Link 4s, these are all mandatory. Habalus is actually ridiculous. This card should probably be banned, I'm not gonna lie. the Synchros, Formula, Savage, Baron. To be honest, I don't think that these two are really mandatory. Like, I want to try out like not playing these or Jet Synchron, because the only one that actually like consistently comes up is this one. But like if you like magically like get to go full combo with like the Diabell Star plus Ash, then these cards are insane. But other than that, Baron is like always going to be better. And like Baron's like the only one that actually came up for me at the regional anyways. So, and then the last card is Typhon. This card's broken because like it just comes up too much where like there will be a game where like you would lose if you didn't have this, but you might as well play it because when it does come up and it wins you a game, it's completely worth it. So that's why I like Typhon.
Is there anything you didn't play in your extra deck that you wish you did?
I think Access Code and Nightmare Unicorn could have came up a few times. Like I think Access Code with like Celine is pretty nice, but I decided to choose Typhon over because I was like, I would rather win a game that I probably shouldn't have won than a game where I was already winning and going Access Code. And then for the side deck, one Ghost Spell. Yeah, this doesn't really make any sense. I don't know why I played one of this. The Bestials, these cards are broken, and they do a lot. This should probably have just been a 6 Bestial, to be honest. I think Baldrake is actually pretty good, because like if you drop plus another Bestial, it's like insane, because it's like 3 disruptions for no reason. But like most people are like, Baldrake's not very good, so I was just like, alright, I'll just play one of this, because it's another name. But I think like multiple Baldrakes is like something to try in the future.
Did you ever chain block with Serenade, or the Graveyard Effect ever come out?
Yeah, I did that once. I still lost that game because I was like going Nightmare Phoenix chain blocking, so it wasn't like that good. It was against the Voiceless deck, and yeah, it just like wasn't as good as like I wished it would be. Like, but the idea of chain blocking Sarnier is actually nice. Like I like that a lot. So maybe Sarnier too could be bumped up in the future. Maybe, yeah, I think something like that could come up. And then 3 Cosmic. Kind of wish I played more backer hate, to be honest, because I think these cards are really good. The problem with Cosmic is that you can't really put it in against a lot of decks. Like, I only put it in against the Fire King deck and Flaunderies that I played against, and the problem is with it against Fire King, like if they're a good Fire King player, they're not going to lose to Cosmic. But I just didn't have a lot in my main deck / side deck to put in for that, and I wanted to take out like Jet Synchron and stuff like that, because those cards are like not that great going second. So this was just something easy to put in, and I put in one of this too, which I don't think this is that good either, but it's just like a card to put in. And then 3 Crossout, mandatory, this card's broken. And then the last card, I think this card's the spice. It's 3 Bookman. This card's actually very good. Anybody who tells you otherwise, they're objectively wrong. And this is the best card in the game, so yeah, that's my deck profile.
Cool. One question with the side. Do you remember what you would side in against the mirror match here?
Like going first, what I would put in was 3 of this, because best card in the game. 3 of this, and then normally, like, it would depend on the situation, but I think I would put in like one of this, because if they're running Ghost Spell, like, you don't want to lose to it, like if they're hand trapping you a bunch, so it's just like a cross out target basically. I didn't really put in the Bestials because I was like not certain they would put it in against me, because I just like wasn't really sure. So I thought these 7 were like pretty good, because this one dodges Imperm, and then even if they start off with normal summon Ash and add Poplar, if you book Poplar, they're probably gonna lose the game, because they don't really have a good way to like do anything with the Poplar, so it's just sitting there, and then you still have the rest of your board, which is insane.
Cool. What about going second?
Going second, it would be 3 of this, and I would put in the 5 Bestials. Because the idea is, with obviously the 5 Bestials, you target Link Rebo or IP, or even like Link or Diabell Star, to like that can come up as well. And then the idea with Book of Moon is that if they do the 1 card combo where they end on like Appaloosa, Flamberge, IP, like if they do that, the idea was that when they eventually, because like more than likely they're gonna at least app into get once before they do Flamberge effect to summon this. when they go IP, you chain book a moon, so they lose this, and they have to link these two away, which makes it like infinitely worse than linking away this, because like this gives you follow-up play plus like more stuff. Like
That's pretty cool.
yeah, so
All right.
that was the idea at least, and it never came up because I didn't really draw this except for when I was going first and I was dodging imperms with this, which that comes up actually quite a bit. But other than that, that was the only way this came up. And then against Fire King, the only things I would decide in going second were these four, because I just wanted to take stuff out of my deck. And then going first, it would basically be like the same thing, like 3 of this, and then like 1 of this. And that was like the idea at least.
Cool. Any final words?
Shouts to Paul for telling me not to play Book of Moon. He's wrong.
Nice. So yeah, 4th place South Park Regional. Signing off. Peace.